After nuclear war erupted and humanity was wiped out for 10 years, machines were still fighting. This is a truly astonishing short war film. The bomber shown here was on its 3,460th mission. Suddenly, radar detected enemy planes and reported to the pilot, but the pilot inside had long since become a skeleton. The enemy plane launched its attack first, and the pilot inside that plane was also a skeleton. Rows of bullets poured out, instantly destroying one of the bomber's turrets.
The bomber, without waiting for orders, immediately activated its self-defense system. 3 turrets fired at full power, and streams of fire tore the interceptors to shreds. After destroying the enemy aircraft, the bomber continued its mission and soon arrived over the target. By this time, the ground was already in ruins. The enemy's anti-aircraft weapons had become scrap metal, and the bombs were successfully dropped. As several massive mushroom clouds rose, the computer reported the 3,460th combat mission successful. As the bomber flew away, the camera panned down. Amidst the ruins, a shell casing became a tiny blade of grass's sole protection. The war hadn't ended yet, but life would ultimately continue. And just like that, another 10 years passed. Then one day, the base's screens suddenly lit up. A new mission was about to begin. In the center of the damaged base stood 4 hibernation pods. The first one held the base's supreme commander. His mask was broken, and he might already be dead. The second wore a metal mask, the third, a green one. Both their masks were intact, so they might still be alive, while the fourth cryopod had long been destroyed by the war. Then, the computer set new combat missions. The gears of war began to turn, ammunition was reloaded, and the pilots, now skeletons, were re-equipped for battle. Just as the reloading was completed, the reactor behind them, old and unmaintained, collapsed with a roar. The computer warned of low power. The gate remained shut. To ensure the mission's success, the computer began reallocating power, diverting even the life support from the hibernation pods. As all the lights went out, the base gate slowly opened, and the bomber barely made it out. On the dilapidated airfield, the propellers began to turn, and the plane then took off smoothly, but by now it looked quite battered. They flew like this, all night. At dawn, one engine suddenly caught fire. It turned out that 3 of the plane's 6 engines had already failed, and power was becoming severely insufficient. Under the morning light, the bomber heading towards death and the swan symbolizing life formed a strong contrast. The fire suppression system also failed. The computer then began requesting pilot control, but how could the pilot possibly respond? And just like that, the aircraft completely lost all control. Following standard procedure, the computer activated the escape system. The pilot was then ejected. The radar, however, was still working valiantly. At the very moment before the crash, even though no humans remained on Earth, the computer still diligently purged all its data, leaving no useful clues for the enemy. As the very last bomber crashed to the ground, the war finally came to an end on that day. The base computer reported all combat units were lost. The war ended. On the beach, 2 skeletons embraced tightly. The ground was full of human remains, while distant maple leaves were exceptionally red. A deer raised its head among the ruins, fish swam freely beside the pilot's corpse, and 2 cranes danced upon a cannon barrel. On this day, Earth welcomed a new beginning. Humans often say they must protect Earth, but Earth has never needed humanity's protection, because even humanity's most powerful weapons are nothing more than a minor cold for Earth.
It's always only been humans who needed protection.